Hello and welcome to CABMSP Music Studios, the home of our brand T-Som and our record label T-Som Records LLC. Welcome to A.O.F, that's all on Friday, Millionaire Music Artists. Join us. We're on Instagram and we're bringing it to you live on Instagram and YouTube. And we pass it on to Facebook. So join us today. Today is Friday, and it's all on Friday. All on Friday, music millionaires, millionaire artists, that is, music artists. In our background, we're featuring all on Friday, which we're featuring today is Wizkid. His new song, Fever, with Tyler Savage and Wizkid together, making a really nice song, an interesting couple. I'm thinking the next prospects for the billionaire couples. That's what I'm promoting, billionaire couples these days. I want to see couples together, making money together, man and woman. And so, in doing so, I'm looking at the top of the line right now, the billionaire couple, Mr. Jay-Z and Mrs. Beyonce. They're the number one couple, and they're worth $1.250 billion. We gotta have some more, you guys. So I'm looking at my newfound son, Chris Brown. He's 2 times platinum, sold out all his concerts, total sold out. And he's probably going to get a nomination for the Grammys. That's my newfound son, Chris Brown. And I'm hoping and praying for my newfound daughter-in-law, Miss Rihanna. She has Fenty line, the Fenty Savage, that's a lingerie line. She has Fenty Beauty. She's just Fenty everything. I think they will make a great couple. How about you? If you think so, just say something on Instagram or Facebook. Actually, you can say something on Instagram or YouTube. Say it on either one of these locations. But I can see the feed on Instagram if you was to come out there and say something. I think Chris Brown and Rihanna love each other. No matter what the world has said, they love each other. And when they started, I'm sure they were kids, young people, that is, and had no idea what was going on. But now they're grown up, and they know they've tried other people, and it didn't work. So my goal is to offer them, especially my newfound son, Chris Brown. I like to offer him, let me get out of this light a little bit. I like to offer him the ambassador to my label, which is T-Som Records, LLC. We're branding our own label, which is T-Som. Oh, and let me back up a little bit. I didn't tell you who I am. As usual, if you're always out here, you know who I am. I'm Mrs. Ollie, owner-producer of the downtown Minneapolis location at 100 South 5th Street and Suite 1900 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, that is, at 55402. That's where our home office is. Actually, it's our temporary home office. We're building our own locations. We're putting our locations in the 7 continents. And this is where we start, where I started in 2012. I started right here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I created a band. Then the band went from all the dimensions till I got to a 22-piece big band called Jazz Finest Big Band, which was an interesting endeavor that I ventured into. I created a 22-piece band with backups for every instrument that I had performing in our band. So I broke it all up and went from Minneapolis to DC. I gave everybody a piece. From the Green Line, we have a Green Line train, light rail train. I got on the Green Line from MSP in St. Paul, actually that's Minnesota and St. Paul area. I gave everyone along that light rail some of our jazz artists to perform in all their different venues. Even if they didn't have venues, I created them along the Green Line or the light rail Green Line in Minnesota. And then I left and went into the DC area because the goal was, and the name of it was from Minneapolis to DCA. The Green Line, don't remember the exact words, but along the Green Line from MSP to DCA. That was the Green Line light rail train from Minnesota. So anyway, getting past that, I have introduced myself, and today we're representing the color brown for Australia. Australia's color is brown because we're planning to put our seven centers, music centers. They're called TSOM International Music Centers. We're planning to put them in all the seven continents. So we'll start with Africa. Africa is number one, and the color representing Africa is green. Then next we have Antarctica. The color representing Antarctica is white. And then we have Asia. The color representing Asia is yellow. And today the color representing Australia is brown. I just have brown colors in my outfit. Check it out. And of course I'm brown. Did you notice? So that represents Australia. So then after that, tonight's broadcast at 9 p.m. Central Time, and your time, check your clock, I'll be wearing pink to represent South America. Then, starting Monday, if everything goes well and as planned, I'll be wearing green, which is Africa again, and then I'll be wearing orange. I combined my husband, green, my native land, Africa, and my American American location, North America. I'll be wearing orange that evening at 9 p.m. So 11 a.m. I'll be in Africa, color-wise, and at night I'll be back in North America. So follow me. Just observe the colors that I'm wearing to represent the different continents that we're venturing into. And by Monday, if all goes well as planned, we will have pictures, videos of the land that we're acquiring in Africa. We have taken our first initial concert to Africa because why not put it on our own land? We're going to have our first $30 billion world investment tour on our own land. So we're making preparations, finalizing the payment. Oh, by the way, I know you would like to know this if you're interested. We received an investment on yesterday. Could have been yesterday. I didn't check until yesterday because I have to check the bank accounts each and every day. Yesterday we received $22,004.81. I don't know where they came up with that except maybe paying for the transfer or something, but that's what we received on yesterday. So our land will be paid for in full by December 15th. We're just trying to stretch it out a little bit because in US dollars is 2,800, I think at $40. I tried to calculate it for it. It could be $70 because the rates go up from utilizing the NARA's rate right now. It's 352, 353. And if you check the rates online somewhere, it could be 362, 363. So I'm kind of floating in between $2,870 or could be less. But we're running just under $3,000 with the remaining payments for our land. Once we got the land, then we're setting up the artists. We got them, except I need 4 more women. I'm observing artists right now. I'm trying to see how they interact with the crowds that they encountering when they go on their concerts. I want to see how the people are um, getting the spectators to sing along or participate in their singing and performance. I'm watching that, and I'm watching, how their movement is in the crowd, how they engaging the crowd. I'm just observing several things because I need four more ladies, and I just keep running up against guys that's so hot. Like I was observing last night I was looking on YouTube, and I was observing Burna Boy. Burna Boy's out of Nigeria, and he has a sort of reggae style. And I like this song here. Hey, 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 yeah, I love the Afro beat. I love it. So what I've done, I've gone from jazz finest big band to, and of course that was mostly, I like swing, the swing music, so you can go fast and do all kinds of things. I like that. So I went from swing to Afro beat, narrow Afro beat with a little bit of sauce and too much juice. So, as you said, I like that hookup. So I'm going home. I feel like my origin is Africa, and most of the African American people are originated from Africa. So I'm going home. I've discovered in my going there all these beautiful sounds, all these beautiful people, all this goodness and kindness that I've run across. I don't know what other people exaggerating and telling us, but when I was there, I discovered the music is like on point. Even when they swinging and juggling and doing all that and shaka shaka and all, it's on beat. Something I'm trying to teach in the schools, in my schools. So in the centers, I'm gonna have the schools because I watch how they beat, how they move. We calling it, what are we calling it? When the girls shaking their booties and all that. That's an African dance that's in rhythm with the Afro beat, and I'm loving it. And when I see that, it's like those that didn't hear, well, most of our American artists, especially African American artists, they play by ear. So if they're playing by ear, they're hearing the Afro beat. It's in their head because it came there originally in their heads. Whereas the Caucasians wrote it down so they can remember what we was hearing. So anyway, I created a school so the hearing can hear, the readers can read. I mean, the readers can learn to hear, the hearers can learn to read. And then, of course, I put my other three steps in it. It's a 5-step program. It's called the MLP, the Music Literacy Program. It's 21 weeks and it's 5 steps. And it's a very easy process once you learn how to process it, because music is an international language. So I got to have that in my schools. In the schools, in the centers, the TSOM International Centers, we will have our own bank. It would be called TSOM, branding it TSOM International Wire and Transfer Investment Bank. That's what we'll have for our bank in our centers. The bank will be headlining TSM, representing the fact that we own it. You and I own it. In it, we will have the 3 centers. Studio C will be the corporate office. We'll have a corporate office in all the 7 continents because Minnesota is the home base. It's not one of the center locations. This is where everything is. All the money that you're sending, investing, and all that is coming here. It comes here, and I send it wherever it needs to be to furnish and operate our system, which is CABMSP Music Studios. Those are the studios of our label TSOM Records LLC. We take those CAB in the Minnesota, MSP stands for Minnesota, Minneapolis, and St. Paul, where I started in 2012. And I create Studio C is the corporate office. As I was speaking, Studio A is the music literacy program. That's 21 week, 5 steps in our TSOM International Music Centers that has our bank, of course. And that's Studio B. That's BBB, Building the Best Bands, all caps, for our label, which is TSOM Records LLC. And it's a gift from God, the international sounds of music. How about that? That's what TISOM stands for. It's not TSOM and all that. It's TSOM. The Lord gave me that. He said, and I just took into consideration, he always gives me the right things and plans. He said this stands for the international sound of music, because music is international. They're playing it from all over the world. So why not call it the international sound of music? And the acronym is TSOM. You got it? TSOM. We don't have to do it like I do CABMSP. It's C period, A period, B period, M period, S period, and P period. And you call it a cab all the time. Did you see the dots behind it? You know, it stands for C is for the corporate office, A is for the music literacy program, B is for building the best bands, BBB, and it started in MSP, Minneapolis and St. Paul, right here where I'm sitting in Minneapolis at the present time, because this is where our home base is. This is where we make all the preparations for everything. The $30 billion World Investment Tour is based out of here. All the investments, wires, transfers, bank transfers, mails, all of it is here because this is our home base. Home base. Once we build one of the centers here for the home base, since this is where we started, then we'll call this one of the corporate offices. This will be the headquarters, actually. This is the headquarters where everything has to come through. Studio C. That's the corporate office where at this point is our home office, our headquarters, our home base. Everything comes through MSP. That's Minneapolis and St. Paul. You come through here to get to all the other locations that we're going on tour. Even when we're building the centers in the 7 continents, one at a time, starting with Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, South America, and North America. We are building these locations in these 7 continents one at a time. And we're going to start with our own land. Somebody's ringing. Hello, I'm broadcasting, whoever you are. I mentioned somewhere, and I better mention it again. You can reach me at CABMSP Music Studios. Go on our website, CABMSP Music Studios with an S.com. See the phone numbers and see when I'm available to communicate with you live, in person, messages. I have a message line, international message line. I have a domestic line. I have any way that you can reach me, but don't call me at 11 a.m. Central Time. I'm broadcasting. I'm telling the whole wide world what we're doing on 2 cameras, and I'm forwarding it to Facebook so everybody can get a piece. And then I want to say hello. I can see you a little bit. That says Shell. You got a long name right there. SHEYAISHGUP. And then we got Busiana. Then we got Marakaya. Hi to everyone. Wave and tell all your friends. Join me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, Mr. and Mrs. Ollie. I'm talking to you on Instagram and YouTube. I'm just looking from one camera to the other. So if you get a bad shot of my face, that's because I'm looking left and right. How about that? But I'm trying to do the best I can by showing you guys from both angles what we're doing. And that is promoting the $30 billion World Investment Tour, which has millionaires. You hear me? Millionaires and a billionaire couple. And the billionaire couple presently is Mr. Jay-Z and Mrs. Beyonce. They are net worth at $1 billion, 250, let's see, 1,250,000. No, is that right? Hold on, I gotta think about it. $1,250 billion. Got it right now, honey. That's the husband and the wife combined. So I'm gonna bring my son, my newfound son, Chris Brown, and his new wife. I'm proposing. Rihanna, hurry up and say yes, girl. I'm waiting. I got a beautiful plan for your wedding. Your parents and all, they can come and all that. But we got our secret location where we trying to pull this off at. I want to make you the next billionaire couple. But you got a catch to it, and that's to be married first. I like a married couple because I know you love each other. You're singing to each other. He got a heartbreak on a full moon. You got love on your brain. You say you everything is right except the love in your picture and all that. I know you love this man. God told me so. So I want you guys to be together in love like me and my man. Hey, me and my man in love. I love him so. I'll tell him I love him, and he always say he loved me more. But it's all good. He's my husband is he's headed into pastoral location. He's considering pastor, and my goal is always to be the first lady, and I'm still gonna do this for business, but my focus is wherever my husband takes me is wherever I go. So that's where I'm headed, Mrs. Ollie, Mr. and Mrs. Ollie. I might be First Lady Ollie because I always felt like, God had a calling for me. That's why I'm calling you, Rihanna. I'm calling you, and I'm calling you, Chris, because God gave me a calling to tell me. I didn't know you before. Never, no offense, but never even listened to your music before. Only reason I knew about Chris, I was looking for a Christmas song one year, and I just put Christmas song in. I wanted to see who had the best sound for Merry Christmas. And I discovered him, looking for a Christmas song. He sang it so well, and I never forgot him. His singing voice. And then, just like Prince, I never tell you the story of Prince. Prince dropped in my life the same way. He dropped in my life. Never knew or heard of him except the movie Purple Rain. And I have a special song that he inspired me to write. And he was talking to me in channels. Maybe, you don't believe that, but spiritual channels, he was connecting to me. So I wrote a song, and I'm looking for certain people to sing it. I would like to sing it myself, but I guess I've saved my soprano my soprano voice, sorry. I've saved it for so many years. I keep saying I'm not ready, but that's a negative right there. I know I wrote the song, and I know how it goes and so on and so on. But I'm actually looking for Keisha Cole. I like her voice. I always liked her voice. I understand she's pregnant now. She might not be able to deliver, but I hope she can. I kind of want her to do like a 2-part version of it, or double back into it. Might have my son and my daughter, Rihanna, to do it. I want the world to take this song. It says, the name of it is, why do you, let me see what it says, why do you pick me? It's something along that line. I can't remember exactly what the title is, but when I put it out there, I want everybody to just take it and make it your way. I want to hear how it sounds from all over the world because we are T-Som International, that's the international sound of music. I want the song to be sang, performed all around the world. So I can know my other son, he's gone and passed away and so on and so on. Even from his grave, he can hear how we took his blessing that he sent to me from God, I guess, and inspired me to write these 2 songs that I didn't present until I want to do it at the Grammys. 2020 if we make it there, and I'm planning for us to make the Grammys, because when we're finished and done with everything, I want us to pick up everything. Song of the Year, Artist of the Year, Single of the year. Everything that they got to get to deliver, I want us to pick it all up. That's why we call T-Sound, the international sound of music. We're going to come at it from every angle from the Grammys. If we don't get recognized as international, because we are new, believe me, as Mrs. Ollie always very ambitious, she will create T-Soms Grammys. Because she's T-Somming everything. She's T-Somming her own label. She's T-Somming jewelry. Check it out. See, we're making our own jewelry. I got a little stretch kind of jewelry. I even T-Somming the glasses that match it. Got the earrings. I make them myself. You know, and I'm featuring jewelry on the side. We're T-Somming shoes. We're T-Somming. We even T-Somming thank you that someone sent to us. We're going to T-Som cards, greeting cards. And this is part of our symbol when we stamp your merchandise. We're still working on the T. The T is the cross of God for us to be blessed. It's TSM. It's our stamp. Boom! We want to put it on your merchandise and brand your merchandise. You can be Nike. You can be any of it. And we just want you to put our stamp on it. We will take it around the world, even though a lot of you are already there, and let them know that we're endorsing you, you're endorsing us, and we're branding everything that we can stick T-Som, T-I-S-O-M, our brand. We're going to stick it on everything that we can possibly stick it on so that we can all be international and we'll travel the world together in the music industry, building a stronger foundation for the music industry. We're going to invest in it ourselves. We're going to put our money where our mouth is, and that is on the music. We got millionaires and billionaires performing it. As soon as we get it all laid out, the millionaires and billionaires will perform the concerts. It's a $30 billion world investment concert where DeVito started it with a $30 billion world tour. He was my inspiration. And I'm taking his inspiration and I'm going to let us invest in what he created. He created jobs for us to let us know that you can do $30 billion tour. Not million, he said billion. And they made jokes. But you were real, DeVito. And I'm giving you props every time I come out here. You got my props. And you got my respect because they didn't believe, but I did. You see, I'm working it, $30 billion, but they got to invest in it for your props that you gave to me from inspiration. And I'm letting them know you making it work. And I'm helping you make it work because they're going to continue to work with the $30 billion World Investment Tour. We're going to invest in what he did with a $30 billion tour. We're going to keep it going so we can keep working, keep learning how to read in those centers. We got our own bank so we can pay for it. We can invest the money in it, put it in our own bank, and keep it going, fellas, females, and males, because today is all on Friday. All on Friday. I'll tell you about the millionaires and the billionaires. I didn't tell you today. I'm just giving you the spiel today. Tonight, if there's time, I'll tell you who they are. And I'll also tell you where they are. I'm featuring on my little small laptop. I'm just letting it go through. And if you can see it, YouTube can't see it because the camera's not there. But on Instagram, you can see it flowing. So I'm going past the time. It's like 28 minutes. I'm going to watch the YouTube clock. I like that one because it tells me when. I'm at 29 minutes. That means I got 1 minute, 4 seconds to go before I can turn the broadcast off. And we'll be done until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Bring your friends. I need a YouTube channel. Go there and see me talking about this. It's not the most ideal thing to be seeing someone talking all the time. But if you want to be part of music internationally, and you do that, join me. Join me while I tell you. And I'm playing the music, you guys. I'm playing an Afro beat in all our backgrounds because it's hot. I'm going to drop that everywhere that it can drop. So believe it. I'm working on it. And when we do this festival, the festival might be so big, I can't even stop the Afro beat. I try to let it in at 12, but it might keep going on to hell. I mean, hey, it's hot. Well, anyway, I'm going to stop, drop you right now. It's time to go. YouTube, see ya. Sayonara.